everyone. This is Pia Coelho. I'm here at Club Olin 55 with a very special guest. He's a London-born singer, producer, and DJ. Welcome. How are you today? Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing good.
I'm happy to hear that. So, what can you tell us about your set today? What can we expect from your music?
That's a great question. So, yeah, I really focus in on Afro house music. I spend a lot of time in South Africa, so yeah, I connect with a lot of the producers out there, a lot of the origins of Afro house. So yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of the original sounds. You're gonna hear.
Wow.
I like to also focus on a lot of edits.
Okay.
So that the music can be relatable to a wider audience as well. So yeah, you're going to hear some familiar vocals as well.
Oh wow, I'm so excited. That is so interesting. And you're also having another guest, right? She's a singer and her
Yes.
name is Mabel.
That's correct. Yeah, she's a friend of mine. We've been working on some Afro house / Latin fusions. I'm really loving being in this side of the world and just being able to collaborate and mix the sounds. So yeah, she's going to be jumping on a couple of tracks.
Okay, well, perfect. I'm so excited to hear you.
Sure.
And what do you think Mexico has to offer to an artist like yourself?
I just feel like this place has so much potential. It seems like a place that's constantly growing. There's a lot of interest, obviously, from tourists, etc. as well. But I really feel like anyone who comes here falls in love. Therefore, more and more people are going to come here naturally.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, being of African descent and making music on the continent, I just think there's a real potential to kind of bridge the gap in me being here. So yeah, I just see so much opportunity.
Wow, that's so interesting. And are you familiar with Mexican music? Or not? A
Some,
little bit?
Basically, I've been incorporating, you'll hear it later,
Oh,
I've been incorporating some into my set. So
that is so exciting.
yeah.
I was about to ask that. I
Yes,
was like,
yes.
what would you think, or would you dare to use Mexican songs?
100%,
Yeah,
100%.
that
And general Latin American songs
Yeah.
as well that Mexican people relate to. Whenever I prepare a set, I really do think of the people I'm about to serve, with the music.
Yeah.
And yeah, I always ensure that I can make them feel a taste of home during my sets.
Okay, well, let's start with your music. Can you tell us about this first set? Like what we're gonna hear?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're just going to hear vibes from the continent. I like to see myself as an ambassador for not just Afro House, but Afro House from Africa,
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just excited to be able to be an ambassador and share that with the world. So you're going to hear, vibes from the continent. You're going to hear one of the songs with Mabel. She's going to perform in this first
okay.
set. And yeah, you're going to love it. It's going to be
Yeah,
great.
I'm sure we're all gonna love it. Thank you so much for sharing all of this.
No doubt.
And we'll be back with more in a bit.
I had a dream. I got everything I want. Not what you think. And if I'm being honest, it might have been a nightmare. To anyone who might care. Thought I could fly. So I stepped off the golden. Nobody cried. Nobody even noticed the subtle right. thought they might care. I had a dream. I got everything I want, but when I wake up I see you with me. I had a dream.
Club Olin 55. This one's called Beat of My Heart.
But before we continue, here at Club Olin 55, we like to start off with a special game. If you look behind you, you can see this amazing wall art.
Yes.
And I don't know if you noticed, but we have 2 hoops on each end.
Okay.
This is basically a representation of a ball game that ancient cultures used to play over 1,000 years ago here in Mexico.
Okay.
We're gonna do our own little version because they used to use their hips to
Oh,
play.
wow.
We're not gonna do that, obviously.
Wow.
But what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get one of these little balls into each hoop.
Okay.
We're each gonna have 3 tries,
Okay.
and whoever loses has to take a shot of tequila. Is that okay? Do you like
ready.
tequila?
I'm ready. Let's
Oh,
go.
okay, perfect. Do you
I'm
want
not
to
gonna
start?
lose, though. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
you're
lose.
good at this?
I've never done this.
Okay.
And this is from your culture, so maybe you'll win, but we'll see. I'll let the
see.
ladies go first. You can go.
Okay. I'm nervous now. Okay. Oh no, that was way too
much
high.
power.
Too much power. Okay.
Ooh,
Almost.
Very close.
Last
Very
chance.
close. Let's go.
Yeah! Oh my god!
No pressure.
Okay.
You
We
did-
can tie. We can tie.
Yeah, let's see what happens. So I'm going in this one, yeah?
Yeah. That was close.
Oh no.
A little higher.
Oh, I'm taking a shot.
You're taking the
I'm
shot.
not Mexican enough. I couldn't do it.
But do you like tequila
Yeah,
though?
tequila's good.
Okay, that's
It
good.
doesn't ruin me the next morning, so
Yeah, and I mean it's Friday, or
that's right.
yeah, we can start warming up, getting in the mood.
I can't believe I lost. I'm heartbroken.
I mean, that was luck. I'm not gonna say I'm good at this, but that was
You've done
a
it
good
before,
match.
though. You've done it before.
Yeah, a couple of
Okay,
times.
okay.
So I have advantage. So now I really want to know, like, how did you get into the music industry? What was it that made you say, I want to become a DJ?
So it's interesting. I actually grew up in the church. So my dad's a pastor. So from a young age, I was forced into music. So I used to play the saxophone. Then I would like sing and lead the group, the gospel group. So that was like my real introduction into music. And then I put music on pause for a while when I started my watch business. So I started a watch brand called Vitae London. And then I was still DJing on the side, just doing like weddings and stuff, just helping friends out. And then about 5-6 years ago, I said I want to focus on Afro House. So yeah, I started producing, released some music, and I've just been DJing in that specific niche since then.
Okay, wow, that is amazing. So you're also a musician. I mean, you play instruments, you sing. So are you now focusing more on DJing and producing, or do you also like have singles of you singing?
Yes, all my own releases feature me singing and my production as well. So I like to sing and produce in my original music, but then I do a lot of remixes as well, where it's just purely production. And I really love DJing. I feel like DJing and the live performance aspect of things is what I enjoy the most.
Yeah, that is so inspiring. And as you mentioned, so you're a watch designer as well, and you also have a foundation, is that correct?
Yeah, so we partner with some charities across sub-Saharan Africa. So whenever we sell one of our watches, we support a child free education.
Wow.
So yeah, that's what we do with my watches.
Wow, that is amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, and what about, I mean, if someone would need, I don't know, like let's say you have a gig coming up tonight. How is your approach for that night? Like from preparing the material and the opening and building the set. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That's a really great question. So I'm a bit of a nerd. So you'll hear it, well, you obviously heard it in the bit you just heard, and you hear it in the other sections, is I really love to ensure that sonically the journey people go on really makes sense. So I'm a real nerd for like key matching. For me, like the journey and the transitions are just as important as the final destination.
Okay.
So yeah, I do take a lot of time to like meticulously prepare my sets. I'll have a think about the crowd that I'm about to play to and try and incorporate some edits. My theory is that if you can get the women in the room singing, then,
Yeah, then you're-
you've won the whole crowd.
That's true.
If you can make sure the women are happy,
Yeah.
then everyone is happy. So that's one aspect that I'm always thinking about. What are the songs that the women are going to really relate to and start singing at the top of their lungs? Because I really feel like the women really encourage the atmosphere, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the girls are the ones that start the night. Like,
Exactly.
if the girls are dancing, then the guys are going to start
100%,
dancing,
and
right?
they're going to be buying the bottles and everybody wins.
Yeah,
so.
of course.
So,
And
yeah.
has there been a time where you had to like sort of read the room and the crowd, and you had to like modify what you had prepared? Yeah.
100%. So with the style of music within Afro House, there's different like sub genres.
Okay.
So for example, a really prominent subgenre on the continent is a genre called three-step.
Okay.
So instead of 4 on the floor with a kick pattern, there's 3 on the floor and then there's a gap. Then there's 3 on the floor. So that subgenre appeals to certain people but not everyone.
Yeah.
So I remember I was playing a 6-hour set in Soho House in London. So I was just playing standard Afro House. I switched into the three-step element, and some people were really drawn to it, but I could tell that the whole room wasn't moved as much as the 4 on the floor kick pattern. So then I just had to read the room and revert back to that kind of niche within the genre. So I'm always reading the room. I prepare meticulously, but because I've prepared so many sets, it's easy for me to transition into different lanes if I feel like the room isn't relating to it.
Okay, so would you say there's also improvisation involved,
Yeah,
right?
I think that's important. I think it's beautiful to be prepared,
Yeah.
but the most electric sets, the most exciting sets is when, me as the artist is one with the audience and there's that connection,
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
So, I love to read the room where I can and ensure that I'm just taking them on the journey that best serves them.
And can you describe just like a memorable experience during a gig or performing at a festival?
Yeah, there's been so many. I think a recent one, again, is back to the Diaspora event, which is an event here in Mexico City. And I remember playing it for the first time and then incorporating all these like edits and mashups that I do.
Yeah.
And the whole room was just going crazy. Like, it was just
Wow,
unexpected
yeah.
to them, you know? So I really do love those moments of surprise and wonder that you can evoke in a set, and just seeing people's reactions, like, I did not see that coming. So,
That is amazing.
I love to
bet.
try and have that moment in every set.
And what would you say is your biggest fear, like concerning your career?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think my biggest fear would just be that I don't fulfill my potential and I don't fully get to live out my dreams, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
But at the same time, I feel like I get to live them out all the time. It's like, it's an honor to be here today. It's an honor to play in some of the venues and clubs I get to play here. I started an event series recently called Casa de Afro. So we managed to get a takeover with Departamento and host some of the events there. So I'm living some of my wildest dreams, but I know my ambitions are just so wide that there's much, much bigger dreams to achieve. So I think my biggest fear is not accomplishing what I know I'm capable of accomplishing.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a good thing, right? Because that's what keeps us going.
Facts,
like if you settle, then that's it, and then you're comfortable. But we always need that drive to like keep
100%,
going and just like
100%.
keep getting bigger. So that's really amazing. What would you say to someone that is watching this, or just someone that wants to get into the music industry or wants to start a career as a DJ?
Yeah, I think only do this if you're super passionate is what I would say.
Yeah.
Is the first thing, because I think there's a lot of people that jump into it, they think it's easy, and then I guess times get a bit hard. It's not the easiest place to be a musician, you know, and then they back out. But I would just say, if it's something you love, if it's something you're passionate about, go all in for it. Give it your all. And if it's just something that's a hobby, that's also cool. Like, you don't have to put so much burden and expectation and weight on it. Just enjoy the process, enjoy creating edits, enjoy mixing and seeing songs that work well together. Because I think when you do it in that organic way, that's what produces the best results. That's what brings out the genuine people.
Yeah, of course.
For sure.
And when and where was the first time you ever played? Do you remember? Can you tell us what that felt like?
Yes, the first time I ever DJ'd. I think the first time I ever DJ'd, I was a teenager. I had like this easy DJing app where you could beat match and mix songs.
Oh, yeah.
And I went to a boarding school, so I remember just playing it for all my friends and just having a good time. So that's my first experience of DJing. And then, yeah, when I got a bit older, I used to just play at friends' parties or New Year's Eve parties amongst friends. And then one of my friends was getting married in another country and was like, hey, we'd love to fly you out to DJ. So that was my first paid and proper gig, I would say. And I've just been doing it ever since.
Wow, so since you were a teenager, basically, you've been doing this for a while now.
Yeah,
that is amazing. Did you ever think of doing anything else besides like music?
Yeah, so as we mentioned earlier, I'm also a watch designer.
Yeah.
So for me, I just feel like I'm a creative individual in general, and music is one of those expressions. Designing watches is another expression. So I think I just love the fact that I can be creative. And I don't know, I think from a young age, I've always enjoyed the stage in a sense. So I remember getting like the lead acting roles in plays at school.
Oh, wow,
and
really?
And just being super excited about that. And just, there was one time we had to do the play three nights in a row just because of the size of our auditorium. And it was just like the best 3 nights ever. So I think I've always just been, I don't know why, naturally drawn to the stage.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing. I feel like we're getting to know a lot about you, not just about your career, but also your vision and energy, and I really appreciate that.
No, thank
so
you.
how about you share some of your music with us, a little bit more, and then we'll get back after that.
Ese amor llega así de esta manera, no tiene la culpa. Caballo de la sabana, porque muy despreciado, por eso no te perdono llorar. Ese amor llega así de esta manera, amor de comprenda, amor del pasado. Ven, 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 ven. Porque mi vida yo no aprendí a vivir así. Porque mi vida yo no aprendí a vivir así.
Takala, te facili tu vekile tu sa, ndakiele mo, oh yo yo, ndakiele. the jam, pump it.
Right. Well, I mean, of course, here at Club 55, music is what makes us move, and that's what we're here for, but we also like to have a little fun. So I think it's time for you to get me back.
Okay.
So let's see if I can get another shot.
Okay.
So we're gonna play another game.
Oh.
It's called Chin Champu.
Okay.
It's basically rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
We call it Chin Champu. I don't know why.
No
So
problem.
don't ask me that.
Wait 1 minute. So does that mean if I lose this time I have to take another shot?
Yes.
Wow.
But
you're good.
I can be a good sport and I'll take it with you because it's
Okay,
right.
okay.
I mean, it's
Okay,
yeah.
that's cool. That's cool.
Okay, so it's rock, paper, scissors,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of going rock, paper, scissors, we're gonna go chin, champu.
Chin champu.
Yeah.
Chin champu.
Chin, champu. Okay, and then we shoot. And,
And is
let's
it the same?
yeah, it's the same.
Okay,
like
okay.
scissors, rock,
Okay,
paper.
cool. Okay.
We can do 3 and 2 out of 3. Does that
Okay.
sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Chin
Chin, champu.
Chin
Chin champu.
champu. Oh, 1-0
Okay, you
to
can still get me.
Chin champu. Chin champu. Chin champu. Ah, 1-1.
Okay, one more.
This is the decider.
Okay.
Chin champu. Chin champu.
I don't know what's going on. I don't usually win
Well done.
everything.
Well done. Well
But
done. Hats
I'll
off to
do
you.
one with you.
Hats off to you. I've been beaten twice. This is a bad day.
No,
This
this
is a bad
just it's just luck. I'm telling you. But
Gracias.
I'll do one with you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
You're a good
And
sport.
so here in Mexico, instead of saying cheers, we
What'd you
say
say?
salud.
Oh, salud.
Salud?
Salud.
Okay.
Muchas gracias.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, what am
Are there going to be more games later? I just want to know if I should be mentally prepared.
Maybe, but
Okay, okay.
these 2 for now.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So now I do want to ask this because it seems like you're an artist in general. I mean, you just mentioned that you were also into acting. That I think that is amazing, and I do believe that when you have this creativity inside you, you need to share it like in any way you can. So, what would you tell your past self? Maybe I don't know, like Dr. Addo from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
What would you tell him? Like maybe what advice or what would you tell him about your life right now? Can you share that with us?
So, whenever I'm asked this question, I always give the same answer. The first thing I would tell little Dr. Addo is to buy some Bitcoin. Just buy
Okay. Yeah, no, good advice.
buy a truckload of Bitcoin. That's the first thing I would say. And 2, I would just tell him to not be afraid of pursuing your dreams. I wish I was going full pace in this lane from a younger age, because I really do love it. But I think all my experiences is why I'm maybe the way I play due to those experiences. So at the same time, I wouldn't really change a thing. But yeah, I would just tell a young Dr. Addo to buy Bitcoin and go all in with his dreams and visions, and just there's potential out there. So don't be afraid.
Okay, good advice. I might take you on that. But yeah, okay, well, thank you. So I do want to know, so right now you're visiting Mexico City, but I know being a DJ and you're a busy person, I can tell. How do you balance, like, I don't know, like I know it involves lots of late nights, maybe partying, and maybe how do you balance like your DJ life and singer producer with like just like a regular like person, like how do you stay healthy?
Yes.
Like what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I think one beautiful thing about this city is that I call it a walking city, because I feel like it's just a place you can walk everywhere. You can, I think it's a city that encourages a healthy lifestyle. So yeah, I'm actually really loving being here. I've been taking loads of long walks. The Airbnb I'm staying in has its own gym in there, so been able to get into the gym most days. So yeah, I think it's just about finding that balance. It's so interesting because as a DJ, often I'm the life of the party, but I'm not necessarily like an extrovert person who likes to party a lot.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting because when I'm on stage, you'd probably see and feel that. And I love to bring joy to people and cause people to dance and party. But I'm not necessarily someone that is gonna like take all the shots all night and just be partying till crazy hours. So I managed to find a good balance to try and get home at decent times, sleep where I can. Sometimes it's not too possible, but yeah, I try to sleep where I can, and yeah, just get into that discipline of producing music as often as possible. As soon as I have an idea for a top line of vocals, getting that down. So yeah, I like to be in that kind of rhythm and flow.
Okay, good. And so where are you currently based? So are you going to stay here for a while?
Yeah.
Is that your plan?
Yeah, I'm actually staying here for a while. As I said, I really see potential here, and I've started an event series here called Casa de Afro, and the dream would be to get it big enough that I can even invite like African DJs over to this side of town. Because I just feel like there's just such a beautiful exchange. Even the music I've made with Mabel, I just think there's something about the Latin top lines and vocals that are just some of the prettiest top lines I've ever heard. And having that on top of the groove of Afro House, I just think is a beautiful merge. So yeah, I just want to be the guy that's the conduit of the two worlds colliding.
Oh, well, I'm so happy to hear that you're going to be staying here for a while.
I'll be here.
So, so what can you tell people? Like, where can we find out about your next projects, or where can people follow your
social media? Obviously, Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever it's called now.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Twitter, is that where?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Whatever we call it these days. TikTok. If you just search Doctor, so dr.ado, Dr. Ado, it will come up with my full name, which is William Adoesi, but you'll be able to find Dr. Ado on all those platforms. I've got loads of new music coming out soon. I'm working with some really awesome labels. A label called Anjuna Deep, which is really known for these like huge festivals, have taken on some of my music. So yeah, follow me on those platforms and you'll hear about everything that's happening.
Okay, well, thank you. Every detail you shared with us tonight just has given us a closer look to you as a person, to your project, and we now have a better understanding about the passion behind everything. And we can tell there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of, I don't know, you're just an artist, and I admire that so much. So I'm going to let you take control, take over.
No doubt.
Let's dive into your music. Let's have fun. This was it for now. But please subscribe to our channel. Go follow Dr. Ado. And please watch his session because it is amazing.
Ay, hey, way, hey, I saw man, massacre, hey, massacre, 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 hey, na massacre, ukhande, hey, wana man, massacre, hey, hey, massacre, ay, ti was ala when I can, ay, izo po, ni sama pen. Send them a higher maninga my team go a second. It was an hour and I can't. I was so cool, it's on my bed. Ninga money, no one's on them table. I them table. Keep the lapis completo. Keep the lapis completo. Be to my no fake. Be to my no fake. I fool me, somebody able. I fool no one's on them table. Bella is completo, this man no fake. Like for me, somebody else. Who no wins and one Bella is completo, this man no fake. Like for me, somebody able. Double, niggas pants on double. Kitchen me sing on timbo. Khali ne papa. Double, full niggas pants on double. Yeah, you wanna man. Kitchen me sing on timbo. Khali ne papa. Massacre, it was an hour and I can't. It's a ball, it's a man. Send them a higher money. Massacre, it was an hour and I can't. It's a ball, it's a man. And then I'm a higher money. man, you know, feel. Big for my loop, you know, feel. Right for me, so that they go. I for the words I don't take. Well, I'm the song, you know. Big for my loop, you know, feel. Right for me, so that they go. I saw a man for the words I don't take. Well, I'm the song, you know. Big for my loop, you know, feel. Right for me, so that they go. Naging pasando mo, kichimisigo mo mimo, khali nebama, yebo, naging pasando mo, kichimisigo mo mimo, khali once again, it was allowed when I get, it's a ball, it's a bad, and then I'm a
Algo fantástico, no hay problema de ti. Estoy tocándote, todo lo que por estar. Tú sabes lo que me gusta, sigue buscándome, que yo no voy a fantasear.
Todos los días te imagino cómo te debes ver sin ese Valentino. Con ese cuerpo asesino divino más. Que yo esté pensándote, para mí es normal. Todo lo que tienes a mí me gusta. Vamos a comerlo, baby, aunque no sea formal. Y si nos envolvemos no me asusta. Te gusta freaky, nati, todo romántico. Te ves cara, kitty, classy, otro fantástico, no hay problema a ti. Tú tocándote, todo lo que por estar. Tú sabes lo que me gusta. Sigue tocándome, que yo no me cansar. Te voy a correr la multa. Tienes cara de que te gusta freaky, nati, todo romántico. Te ves cara, kitty, classy, otro fantástico, no hay problema a ti. Tú tocándote, todo lo que por estar. Tú sabes lo que me gusta. Sigue tocándome, que yo no voy a fantasear. Te voy a correr la multa. Cara de que me gusta freaky, nati, todo romántico. Te ves cara, kitty, classy, otro fantástico, no hay problema a ti. Tú tocándote, todo lo que por estar. Tú sabes lo que me gusta. Sigue tocándome, que yo no voy a fantasear. Te voy a correr la multa.
Tiras fuegos en mi story. Viste que ya llegué a Miami. Ya reservaste en el Carbone. Sabes cómo eso a mí me pone. Y yo no sé tú que buscas amor, porque yo no estoy only having fun. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? No soy one night stand. Baby, soy Mabel, soy otro nivel. Quiero saber si tú eres bueno pa' mí o tu boca sabe mentir cuando te pones cerca de mí. Quiero entender lo que dices, sois très jolie. Ahora dile a este party que le quieres dar con frenesí. Hoy, ¿qué se siente tenerme atención? Tu cuerpo solo tiene una misión. Recordarme lo rica que yo estoy, mon amor. Hoy, ¿qué se siente tenerme atención? Tu cuerpo solo tiene una misión. Recordarme lo rica que yo estoy, mon amor. Ven conmigo, vamos al backstage. En space bailando con Peggy. Na, 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 na. Escondidos en el cuarto verde, esto no acaba. Te agarras en la cintura y fluyo como agua. Yo no paro, tú no paras, esto no se acaba. Así me lo imaginaba. Quiero saber si tú eres bueno pa' mí o tu boca sabe mentir cuando te pones cerca de mí. Quiero entender lo que dices, sois très jolie. Ahora dile a este party que le quieres dar con frenesí. Hoy, ¿qué se siente tenerme atención? Tu cuerpo solo tiene una misión. Recordarme lo rica que yo estoy, mon amor. Hoy, yo estoy, mon amor.
Si tú eres buena conmigo, otra cosa es mentir. Cuando te pones cerca, quiero entender lo que dices. Ahora dile, con frenesí, con frenesí, con frenesí.
Club Olin 55, Doctor Ado, ese es el broma de él.